Hello, I'm Maddie.
I'm Karina.
And this is Everything But the Fairy Tale Sync. Today's episode is the Hispanic folklore, La Llorona. And I will be sharing, let me check real quick, 3 different stories of her and her,
So we do know, and I don't know if you address this later on, but we do know that La
Llorona.
La Llorona.
It's like
There's
tortilla.
so many different...
It has the double L.
I'm gonna just try not to say
sound.
it because I sound painfully Caucasian when I do.
You can also call her the weeping woman because La Llorona means the crying woman. So,
anyways,
or she has a name, so you can call her by her name when I say the name later on.
Cool. We know that there are so many different varieties of this legend. They're all cool, in my opinion. I've heard quite a few.
And to go off of that, I will be covering the 3 most popular ones, like the 3 most popular origin stories of who she is. Yeah, that's mostly what it's about. La Llorona has shown up a couple times in pop culture, which I can briefly cover at the end, but I'll try not to get too in-depth on because it makes me very angry. So, anyways, before we get into the episode, what's your recommendation?
My recommendation of the day is, so this is a little bit complicated. Find the restaurant in your city that was made for drunk people. In my town, we have this Russian dumpling place that is 100% for people who go out partying at night because like they stay open until 11 o'clock at night, but they're so good. So that's my recommendation.
My recommendation. So to clarify, I've been trying to find new things to watch. Like I'm that kind of person who falls into just a comfort zone of stuff and rewatches the same things over and over.
I am too, yeah.
So I was scrolling on Netflix and I'm a simple being. I see a horror movie, a period movie with Tom Hiddleston. I click, I watch. So my recommendation is Crimson Peak with Tom Hiddleston and Mia. I don't know how to say her last name.
I don't know either. She was Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, her last name starts with a W. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically she plays a young heiress who marries this mysterious aristocrat, inventor, after her father dies, and then soon realizes she's part of a very dark scheme. It has pretty dresses and pretty people, so...
And that is definitely a R-rated recommendation.
Oh, yes.
Not for our younger viewers.
I was going to say, I don't think we have any younger viewers. But anyway,
we might in the future.
Yeah. It is rated R for gore, a little bit of violence, and a little bit of, like, nudity. I don't know why I did that.
You can say sex, Madison.
I can say sex. There's sex in it. Shall we get into it? Before my mind strays any further than it already has. Okay. Let's get into it. So, La Llorona is popular all throughout Hispanic cultures, but I will be focusing mostly on like the Central American and Mexico stories of her. Anyway, so La Llorona translates to the weeping woman because llorar is to cry in Spanish. So anyways, she is similar to a banshee in her appearance, being that she is gray or white. In her, she's a ghost basically. And she is sometimes seen wearing a wedding dress, like, veil and all. And sometimes she's just seen wearing like a normal white dress that's not a wedding dress. She is often found by lakes and rivers and sometimes at crossroads. And that is because of how what she has done. So yeah, she floats or walks around that area. It's unclear if she has like true ghost abilities to float or if she just walks. And she cries for her lost children who have either been drowned or killed, which is why she's called La Llorona. So if you hear a woman crying by the shore while you're walking alone at night, maybe don't approach her.
I mean, to be fair, like if you see a woman crying in public, she's probably going through something. Because like, I will say from personal experience, I have cried in my car before. The last thing you want is some stranger coming up to you. Are you okay? Like, obviously not.
Yeah. So yes, she cries for her lost children, but the little flippity flip side to this is that she is usually the one who drowns her children. So she is looking for the children that she has drowned. In a fit of rage, she's drowned her children and then comes to the realization of what she did and then is very distraught and upset over her actions. So,
yeah, respectfully, self-awareness is good.
Yes. So, like I mentioned earlier, I will be covering 3 stories of how she could have came to be or how she's connected. The first story is that La Llorona could be linked to the Aztec goddess LiQWYD, who is the snake woman, is described as an evil omen and a savage beast. She, like La Llorona, is dressed in white and walks at night weeping and wailing. So that's the similarities there between her and La Llorona. And she can also be seen as an omen of war. Not La Llorona, but LiQWYD. Yes, she can be seen as an omen of war according to the Aztecs. Another origin could be that I will try my best to pronounce this, but I probably won't do a very good job. But it's spelled CHALCUIHTLICUE. So
just put it on the screen.
Yeah, I'll type it out. Anyways, she is known as the Jade-Skirted One, and she is the Aztec goddess of water. She is feared and causes terror, and is said to drown people and tip boats. And there are ceremonies to honor rain gods, including her, that often involve child sacrifice. And these, I want to premise, these aren't done anymore. These were done in the olden days. And so these are origins of like how La Llorona could have came to be. And then now I think, okay, so then I have 3 different stories of La Llorona herself. So not how she's connected to the country, but how she herself came to be. So the first one tells of a woman named Maria. So if you can't pronounce La Llorona, you can call her Maria. So Maria was a beautiful young woman who caught every man's attention. She was just stunning. And everyone, you know, they wanted to marry her. But she spent her days at home and would go out in the evenings in a white dress. And then she had 2 small sons who sometimes made it hard for her to go out. It wasn't specified if she had a husband, but I'm assuming she didn't. And she always felt, you know, that they were kind of a burden when she wanted to just have a nice night out on the town and be a, you know, a young woman with no burdens. So some say that the boys were drowned out of neglect, and she just went out one night and they drowned because no one was watching them. And other stories say that Maria herself drowned the boys and able to be free to, you know, have her own life and not have to worry about taking care of them anymore. So another story of La Llorona is that she was once a caring and loving woman with a family. So she had a husband, she had some kids. However, the husband began to go out drinking every night and started seeing another woman. Understandably, La Llorona, Maria, was extremely upset. So the husband would return home, but he would only return home to see his sons. He frankly could not care at all about Maria, which was very, very hard for her. So she grew to resent the boys because they were getting all the love that her husband refused to give her, which is very sad. But really anyways, she returned, you know, not returned. One day she just had it. She was fed up and she drowned her sons in a fit of rage.
Okay. Quick interruption here.
Yes.
I am not condoning murder. But why wouldn't she just drown the husband? Because he's obviously the problem here.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, down with the cheater, but like those poor kids didn't do anything.
I know. And then Maria realized what she did and she tried to save the boys. However, she was not successful and became La Llorona. Yeah, I don't know why she didn't just take care of the husband.
We don't condone murder. However,
we don't condone murder. no matter how many times I threaten to send creatures after subscribers. However, it seems to be working now because we went from 25% unsubscribed to 18%. So
Nice.
my threats are working.
You know what? Philip DeFranco has been threatening to punch people in the throat for years, and people are actually a fan of it. So maybe violence works sometimes.
So our third and final story links back to the old European motifs of the woman in white, which we see with banshees and car ghosts. Even though this was like, I know you hate car ghosts.
I do hate car ghosts.
I know.
I hate a lot of things.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Anyways, so she is linked to the old stories of women in white.
Mm-hmm.
And she could have been linked to Cortez, you know, Hernan Cortez, who...
Yeah.
Nope, that's what he does in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was a conquistador.
He's a colonizer.
Yeah. He didn't have pieces of 8.
No.
The gold.
No, he was just a colonizer.
Yeah. So anyways...
Which we don't condone colonizers.
No. So anyways... This woman, La Llorona, could have been a concubine of his and had his children and, you know, was with him and could have killed her children because Cortez left her for another woman of higher status or appropriate race, which makes me so uncomfortable and mad, but I had to share it because that's one of the possible stories. Yeah. Boo, Cortez.
Yeah, no, Cortez, I hope that he got hit in the face with something heavy multiple times.
Like I said, or like, I guess like Karina said, we don't condone murder.
We do for colonizers. We do for Cortez.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Anyways,
dead, it's fine.
It's true. So those are all the origin stories of La Llorona and how she could, you know, how she's connected to the Aztec beliefs and everything. Many elements of her story have changed over time and just kind of change as cultures change, as we've seen that many of them do, you know. Yeah. Some say that La Llorona shows no mercy and will kill anybody. Others say that she will just leave you alone if you leave her alone. So it's basically that whole, I see you, I acknowledge you, but I don't. Just leave people alone, you know?
Yeah. I feel like that's become the motto of a lot of these episodes is just let people be.
not even just people, just let any creature you see, any creature. It's like Artemis. One time this guy saw her bathing and saw her naked and she's like, I'm turning you into a woman. So she turned him into a woman because he saw her naked.
You know what? Fair enough.
So the bottom line is leave people alone.
Yeah.
Anyways, so nowadays, children are warned not to go out at night in case La Llorona is around. So she does serve as kind of a boogeyman in that sense of, you know, we had the boogeyman. We had, what's that closet dwelling creature? The Babadook.
What now?
The Babadook.
Babadook?
Babadook.
Stop
saying it!
I'm good.
I'm being bullied. Anyways, so the current version of La Llorona, as I've said, her story changes over time. So the current version states that she was a traitor to her people. I couldn't find what she did or what happened, but that is kind of what happened to her. Anyways, that's all I have. Well, should we talk about her appearance in...
We probably shouldn't. That's going to lead to ranting.
I was going to say, that'll get me really angry.
Yeah, and also, I'm already salty today, so, like, it's not good. Yeah, if people want to comment in the comments of, like, what you guys think about that, we would love that. We love viewer engagement. Yeah. However, we both are very tired and have had a very stressful week, and it's not a good day to rant.
I mean, it's always a good day for me to rant, but I won't.
All right. Anyways,
that's all I have. It's kind of short, but there wasn't really, you know, she's just, what'd you think?
Sorry about that weird pause. I have always been fascinated by her. I'm not going to try to say her name. right now, because I feel like, yeah. But no, she's always fascinated me because I don't know how we really twisted her into this, I don't even know, but like society has a very big expectation of like, oh, she's the weeping woman. She's exactly like everything else. No, she's creepy in her own right. Gosh darn it, let her be creepy in her own right.
And because a lot of the stories are like she did something bad, and then she came to the realization that what she did was bad, and was sadly cursed to remember that and to just wander.
Except not that sadly. Like, honestly, if you murder your kids, I don't have that much like sadness for you. Respectfully.
Someone was snitching. Someone was snitching that the husband was cheating in that one story.
Would you like to show off your sign, Madison?
Snitches end up in ditches.
Gold star to anybody who can know that reference.
I was gonna say it's not an original quote of mine. It's an actor, but I won't say who.
You have 2 quotes from that actor behind you right now.
I
just realized.
I love him. He's great.
He is great.
I thought we weren't going to acknowledge the art.
I thought so too, but it just ended up happening.
It just happens. You know what I'm going to try and do from now on? I'm going to try and work snitches end up in ditches into every single one of our episodes.
Anyways.
What's up next?
Up next, we are filming mermaids of specifically the UK, general UK. Yeah.
And mermaids, right? Not sirens? Or are we dipping into sirens?
Merfolk as abroad.
Okay.
As abroad? What? As a whole?
As a broad general topic, I understood what you meant.
I mean, we are going abroad for this legend.
Let's hop in our little boat and I
don't know what that was.
Anyways, do you have a wish?
My wish for you is that if you're sitting in a chair doing something like, I don't know, filming a podcast episode, your feet don't decide to freeze.
Ooh. My wish is that if you are trying to focus and do your work, that something doesn't just come up that completely takes your mind away from whatever you're trying to work on.
Yeah, that's happened to you today. Happened to me Wednesday.
Just gonna say, it's been happening to me a lot.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Cool.
This was kind of a short and we'll say sweet, but even though it's a lot of murder.
Sweet and murderous.
Yes.
Like me. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. I see that the percentage of unsubscribed people is going down, so that's good. My threats are working.
We apologize for the fact we were both a little bit spacey today.
Yeah.
Except not really, because it probably makes it entertaining.
I was going to say, we have one episode coming up where we're just going to be like way out in La La Land.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But yeah, make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok if Karina can post on. Actually, I don't know if she posts on TikTok. I don't have TikTok.
I haven't yet, but I will be soon.
Anyways, goodbye. I don't know why I did such a long pause.
That was really weird.